Live. See what's up, world. What's up, world. I'm gonna go live for a minute, man. It's Tino. I'm back. Haven't been on here live in a minute on the YouTube, but just had to speak on this real quick because I just saw the Sha'carri Richardson race, and I had hopes that she would kind of avenge herself and kind of reclaim her championship status and show everybody why she had deserved to be in the Olympics. Now, unfortunately, that did not happen. I'm actually going to take a moment to actually show the race real quick. I hope I don't get any strikes for showing it. But let's take a look at the race, see if I can share my screen. Let's see if we can find this race. And I'll be right back after we watch the race. All right. So let's check this race out. We back it up. Okay. Man.
Wow.
As you see, I'm devastated. I'm like, it caught me completely by surprise. Like, I can't say I expected her to win it, but I expected her to at least be in the top three.
Dang, she had a bad race.
So maybe she was just having a bad day, and then of course, we got to console her. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We talk about that another time. So let's stop this for a minute and come back. All right, so what I was wanting to kind of really address on this situation was that, I just had a feeling that she'd come into this race a little bit more humble, a little bit more ready to go, a little bit more prepared, I guess. But obviously, either she took the month off. I hope she's still not engaging in those activities that may um, keep her from performing at her peak. But I really think this needs to be a testament to those who don't recognize when it's time to humble yourself and find that balance. So for me, I saw the race and it surprised me. But for me, uh, initially I had the thoughts when she messed up the last time was that, okay, Sha'carri, now you need to find a way to start trying to humble yourself. Because I feel like as a God-fearing person, as a God-fearing man, I feel like God doesn't necessarily like to reward um, foolery, a foolishness, a cockiness, and that type of behavior. So I was I was just basically just in the mindset of saying, because she was always kind of like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you're going to go represent the United States, you got to kind of find a balance because at the end of the day, you're not just representing your hometown, you're not just representing your family, you representing the country. And so for you to really be I guess like a figurehead for the country, you kind of need to find that balance. So I was hoping that she would have had a chance to kind of find that, but instead she still kind of came out there with the nails on. She still had the hair going, and then after the loss, if you didn't hear her, she even cursed on the interview, which I'm about to play in a second, which I was really stunned at. I'm like, how did you lose the race? Okay, and then you not be a graceful loser. Everybody can say, well, she had a month off, like you just said. Maybe she's still grieving. But when you go out and then you lose the race and still have a bad attitude, you cannot do that. And like you said, now you putting everything that you worked for at potential risk because now that you're a figurehead, you got endorsements, you cursing on your interviews, you putting a lot at risk. So I'm going to try to see if I can share the video of her after the post interview, in case you guys didn't get a chance to see it. Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow, kids might be watching.
And can't nobody ever take that from me. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the people that won, but they're not done seeing me yet. Period. All right, thank you, Scary.
Oh, oh, no! If you didn't hear it, she said, "Talk all the bleep you want." And you remember on her interview she did with Good Morning America, she was like, "To all my haters and this, that, and the third." I'm like, why is she saying this? Like, guys, and I just feel like as a black man and as being in our black community, we condone too much, too much foolishness. Like, it's got to be a timeout and it's got to be a separation of that, because to me that's part of the problem right now with our community and with our youth, is that we see all the foolishness going on, but we glorifying the foolish behavior. A friend of mine calls it niggerdom. But we cannot afford to continue to glorify behavior that is not conducive to growth and positivity in our community. It's sad to see. She needs to have some type of PR person. She needs to have somebody that truly loves her to try to help her and coach her through those type of moments. I understand you're emotional. I understand you lost, but you got to be able to say, "Hey, man, I lost, but these cameras are on me. It's millions of people watching this. I'm being endorsed by Nike. I got $1 million contracts, potentially waiting on me. I can't afford to mess this up by being emotional." So to me, I had to speak on this because it's too many of our people, it's too many youth, even even adults who feel like foolish behavior is in the black community is supposed to be accepted. Like, you just turn your head. Like, and it goes bigger than Sha'carri. It goes with the rappers in the music industry. It goes with just you go to some of these neighborhoods, you got the sagging. I understand when you're young, you go through a phase, but like, guys, we gotta stop condoning foolish behavior. Like, and I feel bad for the young lady because obviously she's still going through going through some type of growing process. But me as a religious, as a spiritual person, I believe that the creator, God, doesn't want to reward foolish behavior all the time. Because think about, had she won a gold medal in the 100 or the 200 or whatever, and won all these races with the type of behavior that she has, to me, that would do nothing but continue to make her act that way. So therefore, I believe that she's being humbled so she can try to make the appropriate changes. So, pray for her family, and I hope that she continues to grow. But guys, don't, okay, that type of behavior and feel like it's all right. It's just normal behavior, because it's not. You know, that's really, man, that's my point. Um, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, but hope Sha'carri bounces back. And I hope she not only bounces back, but she uses it as an opportunity to grow. She needs somebody by her that's going to actually tell her the hard truth. Like, baby girl, you don't need to be on her cursing on your interviews. You lose, you congratulate the winner. Be graceful. You go in the locker room where there are no cameras and you curse and beat up the locker and yell and scream and holler. But right now, you got millions of dollars on the line, and you putting all that potential risk by being emotional. All right, so guys, in the black community, we need to stop okaying foolish behavior. I understand it's not everybody's role to be on some positivity and let's lift the people. I understand that, but if you are conscious to what's going on and you want to see some things actually change, then stop okaying things that you know are not wrong, that you know are not right, and that are not conducive to growth in the right way. So, already, I hope you have a good day. Thank you guys for your support and watching the video. Take care of yourselves, and I hopefully see you next time. Next time I won't wait so long to make another video, but this just really stood out to me. And I know a lot of people last time was like, "Oh, you being too mean on her, you being too hard on her." Sometimes you got to give people tough love. Some people don't understand. You just and that's the problem too. Some people don't. Some people are not willing to give you that tough love. They just want to tell you what you want to hear. I made a video previously about stop surrounding yourself with yes men and yes women, people who just want you to stroke their ego. Sometimes you need somebody that's willing to challenge you. You know, sometimes it's willing to tell you a different perspective and willing to tell you that, hey man, that's not really right. All right. So challenge yourself to be around better people. Let's pray for this young lady going forward. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I'm out. Peace.